Join me now as I venture into one of the most beautiful rainforests in Queensland. We will be starting 20 kilometres from the coast. Our goal is to start on an untouched mountain ridge and work our way down through thick bush and creek systems till we meet the valley floor where we'll see open river systems. Here we'll drop our nets and see what fish we can find.
Whoa. Wow. Whew. Gotta be careful what you touch in here because everything is out to get you.
As we make our way down the mountain, our main goal now is to try and find some water holes in which maybe we can find some life. Maybe some frogs or some fish. The main concern here with these waterfalls is they're super slippery, so I've got to make sure that I don't slip and fall.
We've basically just been experiencing in the last few days, some heavy rain downpours. So what would have happened during this time is all the smaller fishes and creatures that are in these small water holes and pools behind me would have been washed further downstream. As you can see down here, we've just discovered these are real spiky. Oh, no kidding. Small patch of water. There wouldn't be any life in here. Maybe a bit of crayfish, some shrimp. But you can see behind me here, we've got this beautiful patch of waterfalls.
But unfortunately there was no fish in here either. But I can tell you I nearly became a fish.
We're just going to continue walking down the valley to see what else we can find. So actually, in nature, the water trickles down all these rocks, and on these rocks there's tons of bacteria, and it's constantly cleaning the water as it trickles down through all this. It gets aerated, oxygenized, and becomes this pure water that you can actually drink.
So as I was walking through this valley, I came across one of the most painful things in the rainforest, the jumping ant. I've been bitten by these so many times, so I thought I'd show you guys exactly what they are.
You can see, we've got the nest in front of me, and there's an ant right on the camera right now. Now these ants are actually a very hard working ant. They carry sticks from all around the rainforest, exactly like these pieces here. Whoa, they're coming out now. I don't know if you can see, but there's ants right in front of the camera there. Now I'm staying very still because they're very sensitive to movement. So as I was saying, they're hard-working ants. They'll carry sticks and leaves and pieces of things off the rainforest floor and carry them all the way back to their nest and build these mounds on the floor. Now, not only will they inflict stings, but they'll also bite as well, so it makes it doubly painful. Wow, I've just been sitting here and I didn't even look around me to realise there's a little gorge down here. The small swimming holes we've got here are so perfect for aquatic life to live in, for frogs to breed in, for fish to breed in, even Australian native eels, anything at all lives in these creeks and rivers. This is actually a form of duckweed. It's actually a water resistant plant and they float. And this is perfect for fish to breed in. The roots of this duckweed often house eggs for rainbow fish and any other egg scattering fishes to breed in. But this wouldn't have any eggs on it, most likely, because this has just been washed down in the last day or two with all of this. One of the most dangerous when you're walking in Australian bush is actually snakes. They're just living life just like you are, and you got to remember that you're entering their territory. 90% of all the bites that happen are from your waist down. So as long as you're wearing good protection on your feet and on your legs, you should be right. Is snakes don't like vibrations. So when you're stomping around the joint, they can hear you coming and hopefully get out of the way. Like this, you should be able to even see any movement in front of you. If you're making vibrations in the ground, they'll get out of the way. And you'll lessen your chances of ever being bit. Some of the biggest bamboo I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely huge. Would have been here for years and years, just growing. All this bamboo behind me here.
After walking for the past 2 hours, I think I'm finally reaching the valley floor. As you can see, the creeks are starting to turn into rivers, and we're reaching some more flat territory. Now, as I'm reaching the bottom, I'm finding a lot of swampy areas as well. This is perfect for frogs to breed in, and sadly toads. You can see here we've also found some nice birds, beautiful wildlife that lives in the rainforest.
Okay, so I've been walking for another half an hour, I think. And I've come out of the bush now, and I've come where the creek has turned into an actual creek, and it's not just little streams. So I'm just going to dip my net in all of these areas and see what kind of natives or invasive species or anything we can pull out today with a net. It's called a mosquito fish. It's an introduced invasive species, and we're not going to be releasing him back into this river.
So as I kept dipping my net in all these different areas, I started to pick up a few different types of other species as well. In this area, I picked up a couple of empire gudgeons. These are really cool species, but I ended up letting them go because I didn't have any space at home to take them. In this fast-flowing water, I actually picked up a couple of crimson spot rainbow fish, but also let them go because I only could collect 2, and it wasn't really worth the effort. Here, some black swans.
And whoa, that was a dead tree.